Um, okay, so I think it is now working.
Okay.
Alright, so I was mostly wondering what started your involvement in the group, mostly.
So for me, the founder, Andreas, he graduated last year, but he essentially got a lot of people together. So I'm technically the co-founder, um, just to start the organization. So I was one of the people who was at the inception of the group,
Mhm.
the idea of the group, and writing the constitution and whatnot to, and then trying to get it approved as a student org. So I've been just associated with it since I was one of the creators of it.
Cool. Um, what kind of topics does your group discuss exactly? Like,
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes it'll vary a bit. A lot of times, once in a while, it'll just be like random tangents, people talking about what's going on in Concordia. Sometimes we'll watch videos like TED Talks that talk about things like religion, like ethics. And then most of the time we'll talk about people's what people call their faith story or whatever. Because a lot of times we'll have new people show up and we'll ask what they think, what they believe, how they think they got to that point, why they believe what they believe or don't believe, things like that. So we talk about a lot of things.
I was wondering, was it very hard to get the token Lutherans, as you said, or did they just were they always kind of a part of it?
Yeah, and that was kind of a joke.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But no, not really, because a lot of the people who helped set up the group were not all secular atheists or non-affiliated. It was just kind of a joke.
Yeah.
And plus, we have a lot of people from the religion department or religion majors who show up who are probably somewhere else other than being an atheist or agnostic. So it's kind of the joke we used.
Yeah.
I think Emma Cannell used it, or maybe I don't know Andrea, but we used it jokingly in reference.
Yeah, I know.
To Emma.
Yeah.
But no, it's not difficult. We oftentimes get a lot of people from different backgrounds.
Yeah. I think that's really cool because I don't know if I think my high school tried to do something sort of like that and it just didn't work.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah, it sounds a lot more open here for sure. How did your let's see. How do you think the community views you?
Kind of depends. I know. I guess it's what do you define as the community? Like Concordia.
Yeah, I would say Concordia.
Okay. Kind of depends. The majority of and this is based off of our application process as a student org, but the majority of people are fine. Some people in the administration were not favorable of our organization. They thought that we would spread unethical morals, things like that.
Yeah.
But I think on average, the majority of the people are, accepting and tolerant of different value systems and beliefs. So I think the majority of people just see us as another group that is, what is it? Campus ministry or something like that, but just a different faith and value set. And of course, there are people who don't understand secularism. But I think on the whole, people would see us as kind of just another positive, religious, interfaith, whatever group on campus.
How would you say you reach out to get other members, or do you not really, or sort of?
We do.
You do?
Obviously, since we just started, we're still pretty small.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we'll go to the expos and try and recruit people. We'll hold campus events last year we brought Harvard's assistant chaplain, Chris Stedman, to campus to speak. We also had a panel. So a lot of it's kind of the same mode that other organizations do it. They hold on-campus events, um, have friends invite friends, like the general norms that other organizations do. Nothing too special.
Yeah. What type of message or lesson do you think your group kind of wants to send?
Um, the primary message, or what in terms of the primary message would be like what secularism is, and who are seculars, and who are people who are not like the Lutheran or Christian like identity set, because a lot of that isn't represented in Concordia. So
Yeah.
Oftentimes when we kind of talk about things, a lot of people don't know what they're talking about, or they have like misconceptions. So the main message is to like just talk about what secularism is, what it isn't, a lot of the misconceptions, to being someone who's not Christian or not religious. So that's really the main goal, or like the main message.
From the one time that I went, it definitely seemed like you have a really strong community and people that really go a lot and are pretty dedicated.
Yeah.
But a fairly small group.
Yeah. I mean, as to be expected, like the majority of people here are, probably go to other more established religious interfaith organizations. But yeah, we do have a lot of people who help set it up, who help run it, who have like close friends who are also similar values and like belief systems. So yeah, we do.
What do you plan on doing in the future with the group?
That's kind of
broad, like
yeah. So, it's not entirely certain. Like we obviously want to keep bringing speakers to campus, keep doing things on campus. But the majority of the exec members are like juniors or seniors. Like I'm a senior, and so like there'll be a turnover in the president and the exec staff within this year and next year. So it's all really contingent on what the new exec members want to do. But I'm sure that we want to eventually start having more panels and maybe even debates, not necessarily of religion, but like ethics and value systems and different like perspectives. Yeah, a lot of it will just be like dialogue and identity-driven events. But that's all contingent on like future members and exec.
Yeah. What was the original charter exactly?
We have a constitution. Is that what you mean by charter?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we wrote a charter or a constitution because every org needs to have some kind of and then outline like what is and what is not permissible, and then so you like meet the guidelines for like student orgs and whatnot. So we do have a constitution.
Do you have that online somewhere?
Yeah, we have it on Google Drive. Would you like a copy of it?
Sure, yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Okay. Maybe I don't up to date. Because I certainly have the draft of it. I mean, would you like me to send you a text copy or?
Sure, yeah. Okay. If you can. Do you need a Google email or does Cord work?
Cord works fine.
Okay.
What's your email?
Jullesta.
Okay, so Jullestad at Cord.
Yep. Oh, I was a little curious. What does your advisor do? Because
our advisor is Professor Gilmore.
Yeah.
We invite him once in a while, but a lot of times, I mean, the main thing was he was a professor with tenure who was willing to like support our group, since obviously every org needs a faculty advisor, and it wouldn't, like, no professor who didn't have tenure wouldn't have supported us, but also he's kind of in line that, you know, most prestigious and, you know, competitive schools have a secular or humanist org, and I mean, he was one of the people who really helped us with the administration to get this organization active.
Yeah.
So he was just like kind of a supporter. We invite him and keep him kind of engaged, but he's busy.
I've had a few classes with him. I always thought, he was very interesting for sure. Yeah. I think that's about it. Yeah. Thank you for doing this. This is.
No problem.